Okay, let's jump right on in. My first time going to an AEW show. Soon as the tickets came out on pre-sale, I snatched mine up because I'm like, this is the first time coming to TD Garden. TD Garden is right in the middle of Boston. It's so easy to get to. I was like, I'll be crazy not to buy my ticket. So the second it came on pre-sale, I snatched it up and I was ready to go. One of my friends said she went to an AEW show and she's like, the crowd is very like energized, like from start to finish. And I was like, this is perfect. Because I love when crowds are just happy to be there and just making noise and just taking it all in. So I was like, cool. So the day of the show, I'm getting ready. I'm like, okay, you know, different environment, but I'm ready. I like a challenge. So as soon as I got there, the biggest observation that I've seen was that people had WWE merch on. They had the belts, like the vintage belts. I've seen intercontinental belts. I've seen the heavyweight championship belts. I've seen wrestling merch, like WWE merch on. I was like, cool, I like this. Like, it's blended. Because sometimes you see a little bit of the spats on the internet, but that's only on the internet. Like, people who go outside and really be at shows, it's blended. And I love that a lot. And even when, before the show started, people were yelling LA Knight's catchphrase, yeah, for like 5 minutes straight. So I was like, okay, this is good. Like, I like this a lot. Like, it's a good blended mix. So, okay, cool. On to the matches. The first match was Hook and Jungle Boy. That was a really good match. They got in the crowd for a little bit, so that was good. Everyone got up and was like so into it. And as you know, Jungle Boy defeated Hook for the belt. So not only did he beat Hook's undefeated streak, he took the belt. So that was a good start of the show. It lets you know that the show can go either way. And then the second match was Britt Baker and I forgot the other person's name, so I apologize. But I was really mad that it was only, I think, 1 minute and 15 seconds for the match. It was a squash match. And I was like, okay, it's only one women's match on this entire event. At least give us like 5 minutes. 1 minute and 15 seconds. I didn't like that a lot. I'm gonna keep it real. But okay, cool. The next match after that was Sammy and Daniel Garcia versus MJF and Adam Cole. That was a good match. It was good. It was good spots there and also a good funny dance break. And I like that a lot because not all the time wrestling has to be serious. I like to laugh a little bit when I'm watching the show. Like, that's what I really enjoyed about Rest in Peace to the GOAT, Eddie Guerrero. Like, the spots he would do, his comedic timing was just like immaculate. So it lets you laugh a little bit because like wrestling's already a tough sport, but let's add some comedy in there. And so I love Daniel Garcia, that little dance he be doing. He be hitting that for real. So I love that. And MJF and Adam Cole advanced in the tournament, but that was a really good match. Oh my goodness, they did this one spot where Sammy jumped off the ropes and like Adam Cole hit him with the meanest super kick. And I jumped up out of my seat because it reminded me of that spot that lives rent free in my head with Shelton Benjamin and Shawn Michaels on Monday Night Raw. If you know, you know. When Shawn Michaels caught Shelton Benjamin when he jumped off the ropes and hit him with that nasty super kick. So when I seen that, I was like, oh yeah, they ate this up. So that was a really good match. So the last match of the night of Blood and Guts was the Golden Elite, which was Kenny Omega, Kota Ibushi, Adam Page, and the Young Bucks versus Blackpool Combat Club. So that consists of Jon Moxley, Yuta, Claudio. That's their faction. And they had the two other people, Pac and Takeshita. So it was 5-on-5. I think it's 5 people. Yep, 5-on-5 in a steel cage match. When I tell you that match was crazy. Like, man. So where I was sitting at, I was right above the floor seats. So the heels, or the bad guys, came out from where the audience was. And then the good guys, Golden Elite, they came from like the main entrance. So I got to record a little bit of people of the superstars coming out. So that was nice. But that match, man, I'm not someone who's really big on like gory matches. And the term blood and guts, you be like, hello. But I was like, I just see my faves on there, so I was like, I have to go. So it wasn't like too gruesome to the point that I like turned away for the whole match. But there are some spots where I was like, oh my goodness. Oh my God. But it was also mixed with good spots and good wrestling and good graps. Like, I like a good mix. I don't like when it's all just weapons. Because one thing about me as a wrestling fan, if you know, but now you know, I'm someone who likes a good knuckle up. All that weapon stuff, I'm like, I'm not a big fan of that. My mom, growing up with her, like being raised by her and her watching wrestling, she liked the good old like knuckling up, and that's what I like. I don't like all that gruesome stuff. But when Moxley came out, it was just straight up gore. And I was like, okay, the crowd was eating it up. The crowd was electric. They were yelling, we want tables. They brought out tables. They yelled that we want fire. Hold that, because there was ain't no fire finna be in no match. But it was so good. There was so many crazy spots. The spot that Kenny did when he went to the bed of spikes, I cringed. And then when Moxley put him in for a slam onto the spikes, I said, oh my God, oh my goodness. And then the glass came out, I was like, Jesus. I was just saying everything. I was like, Lord, but it was so good. And then a spot that Pac did when he hung off the steel cage and did a stomp. I forgot who. I think it was one of the One Bucks. It was one of the Young Bucks that was on the table, and he did he stomped him through the table. Man, like, that match was crazy. The ending was perfect. It was gruesome, but it was perfect. And even Kenny's speech after the match was amazing. Like, that, man, like, whenever AEW comes back to Boston, I will be in attendance. Like, it was just amazing. But yeah, it's my first time. It was my first time going, definitely not my last time. I will be in attendance for the upcoming shows that come to Boston. So yeah, that's my little quick rundown, my little quick review. Yeah.